Alright, so any illusions that it was just going to be me recording a video showing off all those kind of like fitness tools that I was going to use to recover like my hands and joints and all that, and that I was just going to kind of explode into life is kind of died a little bit. But just cause, I mean, if I'm actually going to do something like this, I don't really want to force myself to do something I don't like doing every day. For what reason? And like I've spent a life where I've consistently done things that I didn't enjoy, and it was miserable. And that's not to say you shouldn't do things that make you feel uncomfortable, but they should be kind of balanced in a way. It's just like you have to rest, otherwise you never recover. And so, in my head I'm still figuring out what I want to transmit and whether I'm happy with my data being online, and kind of, you look at all the bigwigs online, the people who've kind of absorbed most of the attention and space, and it's hard to find people that I want to align with, and I suppose, and so it's still probably figuring out what parts of myself I want public within the internet and all that. I mean, the journey is definitely recovery, but it's what do I share about that? Because I'm only going to offer pieces, and as much as I'd like to convey the entire process and everything that's going on, and kind of what I'm actually psychologically and physiologically experiencing, and all this stuff, it's just like, how do you create a system which consistently produces content which is actually valuable and worth producing? And so I'm just like stuck in this space. To start off, I just kind of like put cameras. Well, I had one camera, and I just had various camera angles around the room, and it was just like hoping something would happen, and in some ways it did, because I was kind of tinkering with the whole process and finding my own feet and trying to create something that I'd find valuable and interesting. And so, it's still, I'm going to ease into it. I definitely want to record content, I think, but not so much record content, but express something. Actually be able to express things here, which, when you say to other people that they find uncomfortable, or they don't want to talk about, or they don't respond well to, because they think life's about entertainment or whatever, rather than there's practical elements of life, and a lot of it's about utility and productive foundations on which we can kind of build and give security to other people. And so yeah, it'll probably, for the first week or two, it would just be me talking. I can't remember if I recorded yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday, but yesterday was a long day, so I mean, I'm drained right now. You can't really reflect that on camera unless you look shit, but I probably do look quite shit, but who cares how you look? That's like the third most important thing. When you're trying to assess someone, because you can be deceived by looks quite easily. But yeah, I mean, the be all and end all, I kind of want a path. And I want this kind of like content creation to be an element of that path of clarity and doing things with a purpose to reach a specific goal, which is internalized and can barely be expressed because we use words which are, impure. Because, words are like images, and people have different images associated with different words. So it's like Chinese whispers at the end of the day. Or I don't know what the more PC, newer version of Chinese whispers is. But yeah, I'm going to try and document something about change and what change really is, and how to kind of inverse the unproductive and destructive life into something productive and worth living. Because at the end of the day, just like life is samsara, I think is the word. It's just cycles of difficulty. Alright, so anyway, I'm grateful if anyone's watched and listened to me, and I'm wishing you strength. And the goal is to be good, because it's so hard to be, and it requires work every day. All the best.